Alright, so here's part 2 of the kasea MXR 50. It's a 2003. I have to do this in one take because I don't have a computer, so I can't do any editing. So if I make any mistakes, just please don't say anything bad in the comments. This is my first YouTube channel. Tell me if I'm doing good. Please like or subscribe if you like it. I mean, even dislike if you don't like it. So, if you watched the part 1 of this, the steering creaked real bad. And what I did was I basically dropped out the whole triple tree system. And I used waterproof grease. You can get that from AutoZone, Walmart, whatever. Sometimes it's labeled as marine grease. And I pulled that off. I packed all the bearings and I packed the steering stem, or on the outside of the steering stem, so that it'd be easier to move. And now it doesn't creak. I mean, it's not the best, but it's a lot better than it was. I gotta tighten down the handlebar stays. The brakes are just totally messed up. I gotta figure out how to fix those. But I investigated a little on the shocks. They're okay, but I say if I was riding it, they'd be close to bottoming out. They probably need new oil or something like that. I'm not very good with shocks. They definitely need seals. But I took off the crankcase. That's 6 bolts all the way around and a gasket. That gasket's pretty expensive because it has to go all the way around there and have to be an oil-proof gasket. So you can get that from francomarini.com, but it's gonna run you about 40 bucks. So I'm probably just gonna put some gasket sealer around there with the old gasket, because my gasket stayed mostly intact. This piece of nylon string is just like a piston stop. I learned that from Donnie Boy 73. Check him out on YouTube. I got a oh, and I got the stand from Harbor Freight as well. It was $25, and I got a air die grinder sander, and I sanded all this down just to see how it looked. I think it looks pretty good, so I'm probably gonna, if I can get the clutch to work, I'm going to drop the whole entire swing arm, sand it down, maybe get someone to sandblast it if I can't sand it all the way down, and then paint it with some Rust-Oleum silver stuff. But I have to do rear wheel bearings, and I have to sand down the brake rotor, or machine the brake rotor. It's going to need a new chain and sprocket, but I've got a friend who has a KTM 50, and he's about to do a chain and sprocket service, so he's going to just totally replace it. So he's hopefully going to give me his old stuff, and that will be better than this because it's rental stuff. But I don't know if this is in the last video, but I replaced all the fuel line with Tygon fuel line. It's supposed to never dry rot, so I guess that's key feature in it. It's got the brass fitting still in the gas tank, but I put some gasket sealer, or not gasket sealer, but gas tank sealer around there so it didn't leak. And I'm sorry for the video quality, I'm sure it's not that good. But the magneto, I pulled off the magneto. It needs a new spark plug wire. Probably just gonna find an NGK one offline for real cheap. Here's something that I've never noticed, but it needs a new chain roller. It's kind of cracked a little bit right there. Oh, and I put the airbox on. I had to pull off the whole entire subframe to do that. And decided I'm just going to keep all the vinyl on here. But if it falls off, it falls off. Then I'm going to do a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser all over it and get it white. And then I'm going to put some stickers on it. Probably sticker bomb it, something like that. But if y'all want to see the air filter stuff I used, it is right there. I bought it off an eBay seller. I'll probably put it in the description. But there's the side crankcase all emptied out. I had to rebuild that, put a new O-ring in it. I got an O-ring kit from Harbor Freight. Here is the old clutch. According to people in forums, it is a close to $800 racing clutch. And you have to have a $200 jig to get it tuned right. And I wasn't willing to spend that on a $60 bike. So I went online, and the KTM 50s, they're 2001, the year 2001 or lower, use the same engine. So this is a clutch off one that you can get them online for, I paid $15.14 for that. There's the clutch basket. It's a little worn, but I think I'll keep it. Here's that front wheel. The bearings really need replaced. But that's about it on the bike. So if any of y'all have any tips or suggestions for me or for my vids, please put it down in the comments, because my GoPro just completely crapped out. I was going to record this on my GoPro and it'd probably be a lot better, but every time I try to record, it has no error messages or anything, but it just completely shuts down. And I'm recording this all by hand on my phone, and I don't have a computer, so I can't edit any of it. Oh, but I did get some I'm not sure if y'all can see that very well, some exhaust sealer from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and put it on there. I'm not sure how that will hold. I haven't started it up yet. Maybe I'll do a video on the clutch installment, but I'm not really sure. But thanks for watching. Please like if you like it. Please dislike it if you don't. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and bye bye.